Elon Musk broke Twitter. The press loved it. They wrote all about it for what is about an hour and a half. People were some customers were struggling to tweet and send DMs, and basically the question came is he moving too fast? Is he breaking stuff? And so I guess I'll give a little quick commentary, and then I'd rather do a little bit of back and forth. I think Elon is doing a good job of advancing. He's cut the. You are frozen. Look at that.
Can you hear me?
I do hear you. I just don't see you. So if you want to go ahead and maybe refresh your browser, see if you can come back.
Yeah, it's funny. My Edge is.
There you are. You're back. Look at that. So Elon Musk basically, I'm gonna throw the right banner on there. Oh, you got it. Elon Musk basically, has moved and advanced and improved and gotten a lot of foundational movement in terms of the infrastructure of Twitter. And he's done it with 70% less staff. So going down for an hour, I mean, some of the technical questions, I don't think we got a certain answer to what it was, but people are back, people are moving again. And by the way, Twitter has had plenty of downtime in its history. So while everybody wants to lob a grenade and blame this on Elon, I've had more than a few fail whales in my life. So Pat, did he break Twitter? I mean, or, is this a free app or mostly free app that consumers use? And so, a little downtime.
Yeah. So here's what I noticed. I follow a lot of the press in my Twitter feeds, and a lot of press, particularly the ones that, that say that they're also on Mastodon and really tried to get people off and said they were quitting, came back on Twitter, as you and I predicted, and they came out of the woodwork. I saw some person had 10 tweets about the challenge that I think lasted maybe an hour and a half. What happened recently was people got a rate limit error out there, and so they could schedule tweets, but they wouldn't automatically come out. And that is absolutely a fail. But the amount of press that I saw come out and the amount of articles, they were literally, my impression was they were just so happy that something finally happened. Now, forget the fact that it's been months since Elon literally went from 7,000 people to 1,000 people and 500 engineers. Okay, think about this for a second. And didn't skip a beat. They did add features. There were some momentary issues with Blue, but you can tell who is egging on and who is trying to, who is definitely looking for a reason to shit talk Elon Musk. And I actually think it's incredibly amazing that he got rid of 6,000 people, got down to 500 engineers, and that we even have Twitter, right? And I'll end with, you and I predicted at the end of 2022 that these were momentary issues, advertisers would come back and users would come back. I don't know exact users. I think that the recent meme in the last 2 days is, Elon is firing somebody because he doesn't get enough interaction on his posts, yet another way to just denigrate. And overall, I think it's more of a personal thing about Elon. They don't like his personality and what he does, and might even question his political leanings. But here we are. I think you and I have been proven right so far. It's only February 10th on what's going on with Twitter. But, so far we look pretty good. And I'll key off what you said, I think, on a call yesterday, which is, hey, as analysts, we only talk about the predictions that we got right. And I think so far you and I got this right.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Pat. I think it's working well. I talked to the Wall Street Journal about it this week. And, I think there's a lot to be desired for building a feature set that people will pay for yet. The subscription part, I think, lags a little bit in terms of what people would pay the $8. An edit button's kind of cool, but I'm not sure what that's worth to everybody. But I do think the stuff works. It's robust. There's been very little disruption. And by the way, all the hype about all the advertisers leaving, that kind of came and went. I'm not saying people are and aren't. We don't know it's a private company and they really no longer need to disclose that. But I do think that it just seemed like it was a temporary, it was a weather pattern. It stormed over and now it's moved on. Most people don't even know. They don't pay attention. By the way, Pat, I've kind of turned off some of all, I just don't do as much doom scrolling and rage scrolling as I used to do. And to me, Twitter just feels like Twitter. So I don't know. It doesn't really feel any different to me now than it felt to me a year ago. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I always loved Twitter and I still love Twitter. So for what it's worth, I think Elon will probably end up doing just fine. I don't think he's really ever had a business that didn't do just fine. And usually it's some orders of magnitude better than that.